Series. We did part 1, part 2, and now today's part 3. So, we're going to be continuing to discuss how to get intimate with God. Get to know Him deeply. He knows you deeply, so now it's our duty and our responsibility, and it should be our desire to get to know Him better. And so how we do this, we've talked about the last 2 weeks, and today will be the final part of this series. And do you remember what the first one was? Simplicity. Meaning your life, your schedule, the hecticness. It's too much clutter in your life. Between your schedule, and people will say, oh, I'm a taxi for my children, I drive them here, I drive them there, I cook supper, I go to bed, I drive them here. I keep hearing all these complaints. It's too much clutter in your life. Too busy. And as we discussed that, making your life simpler does not mean cutting out serving the Lord or cutting out being attentive to Him. It means getting rid of things so that you have more time for Him. Not to stop being attentive to Him and being attentive to the world. You will never get to know Him that way. Never. It's impossible. You can't have a both. You can't serve two masters. So the first week, we talked about getting rid of things in life to make more time to be attentive to Him. Then the second week, last week, what did we discuss? Silence and solitude. He has so much to tell you. He has so much to share with you. He wants you to be attentive to Him so that He can be in the middle of your life and help you. So many people come to me with problems. And I have problems too. We all have life problems. Always. And He is willing and ready and eager to help you and to be involved in your life. And some of us don't realize that, and we just shut the door on Him and don't allow Him to help us. And we keep wondering, why is my marriage terrible? Why are my relationships terrible? Why is my relationship with my children terrible? Or with my parents? Why? We have so many questions, but we forget how to be quiet and how to be alone. And to listen to Him. He's there trying to talk to you, trying to tell you, listen to me. But we don't. So this week, we're going to discuss surrender. Does everybody know what that means, surrender? What'd you say? Give up. What'd you say? Surrender. You sound like this, but she's right. I don't really like that sign because surrendering does not mean giving up. It's important that you realize that the Bible's books, pastors all say that you should surrender your life to Jesus. You should surrender your life to God. You should surrender to the one who is in control. And that's the wrong conceptual sign. You're supposed to work on life. You're supposed to work on your marriage. You're supposed to work on your relationships. You're supposed to work on big decisions like where are we moving? Should I or should I not marry that person? Which college should I go to? Where should I work? All of these big questions, these big decisions in life, you are not supposed to figure out yourself. But you try and you fail and you surrender and you let God do the work for you. That's the wrong concept. It's the wrong idea. That's not what surrender means. So I really don't like that sign. It means giving your life to Him. It means when you accept God as your Creator, you accept Jesus as your Savior, you make a decision. You say, I'm a believer. Doesn't matter, Jew, Christian, doesn't matter. You say, I'm a believer. That your life does not belong to you. Your life belongs to Him. But the problem is we say, I'm a believer, but we don't act like it. We don't give him our lives. We say, I'm a believer, but hold on just a second. If I need you, I'll let you know. I'm going to try it myself. I'm independent. I know how. That's our attitude. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And our children see our parents, their parents, and our children and our teens see our attitude, and they adopt the same attitude. I don't need you until I can't do it myself. If I fail, I will let you know. And that's wrong. In the beginning, your life, when you believe in the Creator, when you believe in Jesus Christ, you give it to them. You give them your life and let them take over and lead you on the straight path. We will walk and stray and stray and stray and lose our focus. So this morning when I came in here, I came up here to pray. And I noticed this and I thought it was cool, this rug. This rug goes straight to the cross. That means your life is given to him. And now I want to know what to do. You tell me who to marry. You tell me who to date. You tell me where to work. You tell me how to solve my problems. You lead me. And yes, you have a choice. Of course you have choices. But God will open the door. And God will shut the doors. God will sometimes say yes. God will sometimes say no. God will sometimes say maybe. But if you don't give your life and let him tell you what to do, how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, then you will be lost. And you will not be able to follow the path straight to him. Let's take a look at a verse, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. And I love this verse. It's the first thing it says. You know, Proverbs are very wise. It's a very good book. What's it say? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. That's right. Now, how many times, how many days, how many hours do we keep saying, why? Why me? Why not? Why? We spend so much time asking why instead of trusting him and his decisions. And most of the time, our wrong behaviors, our wrong decisions that cause problems to pop up in our lives, he did not plan for that to happen. But we decide, I don't need you right now. I'm going to wait till my life's a mess, and then I'll call on you. When we say, oh, I don't need you right now, we go on about our life, so it's a mess, and then we say, why? So why didn't plan for that to happen? I think we were born, from the time we were born to the time we die, that God has the best plans for our lives, and he wants you to be happy. He wants you to be happy, to enjoy your spouse, to enjoy your children, to enjoy your work, to enjoy your hobbies, to enjoy your church. He wants good for you. He wants that for you. And he created this beautiful garden for us. And he wants you to have a good life. And I think that when we're born and God opens the door and and invites us into the light, that we can see the doors to go through. But sometimes God shuts the door to protect you. He knows that you will make the wrong decision, so He shuts the door right in your face. It opens another for you to go through. And sometimes, you know what we do? You know what we do a lot? We want something, and He knows that something will hurt you. So God shuts the door, and what do? We force it open and go through it anyways. To terrible results. And we say, why, Lord? Why? Why do you do that to me? And He's like, I didn't. I shut the door.